Well, Prof, the feedback we're getting from many is that, first of all, they say that when they bought those forms for January, February, they were not aware of this policy. They did not know that many of them who had chosen school as their first choice were not going to be allowed to write their post-UTME in their school of first choice, and they think that is tantamount to shifting the goalpost in the middle of the game. They think that's a breach. And many of them now are saying that they want to be allowed to write their post-UTME in their school of first choice, that they cannot be forced to go write their post-UTME in another school that they did not choose. If JAMB wants to redistribute and correct the educational disadvantage, let it be after they must have written it. And for those who want to go, make it a choice and not compel them to do it.
Well, I still want to say that they are getting something wrong, or they are giving you wrong information, that they did not know that they will not be allowed to write post-UTME in their schools of first choice. Now, are you saying that people who scored 180 should be allowed to do post-UTME in University of Lagos, or in the University of whatever, in Ife, when Ife says they cannot take anything less than 200? When Lagos said they cannot take anything less than 200, you want to send them to a place where they will not be allowed to do the exam. And I'm saying that this is it's not a new thing at all. It has been in practice all over the years. At least I've spent about 7 to 8 years in JAMB, and I know that this is being in practice. Even before I came to JAMB, it's been there. So why are they saying it is strange? It is not strange.
The other side, the other thing will be the issue of compulsion as against choice.
Oh.
JAMB used to have first choice, second choice. At a certain time, there was even third choice. Now, there's only one choice on that form. Why is JAMB restricting those that are seeking for admission? And maybe let me just add this question. Has JAMB bothered to find out why the students are just choosing certain schools and not picking the other schools that they are being, in quote, forced to go to?
Unfortunately, they have not been properly counseled in their institutions. And it's not my duty to counsel them. But let me correct something. They have 4 choices, not one. Okay? Not one. They have a choice of a university, choice of a college of education, choice of a polytechnic, choice of a IEI. There are 4 categories of tertiary institutions in this country.
Is it not possible that they should get 2 choices of each, so that if they don't make one, they can hit the other?
No, they cannot, because from time they discover that even then they will take this, go there and take another one, go there and take. They become prostitutes.
Okay.
And when you do admission, you now discover that they are colluding, and there are collisions to the extent that they will say, this person has been admitted in Lagos. Why is he doing it in Ibadan? Why is he also in Nasarawa? They will see somebody being presented by 3 universities, invariably blocking the ways for others. And this is one of the reasons why JAMB was established. To make sure that
there are some others
are not blocked for others.
There are some other people who are bothered about the fact that what JAMB is doing is tantamount to more like taking up duties that are not theirs. NYSC is given, backed by law, to distribute Nigerian youth graduates from the universities. Does JAMB have that kind of legal backing?
Of course.
To distribute students across the country, not by their choice?
It's not the first year that we are doing it. Let me confess. That is not the first year that we are distributing students to other institutions. For example, they come to us to say they want to source. Sourcing means they are looking for candidates from other bigger universities that have been oversubscribed. And we say, okay, if that is it, we give you, go and see if you can take them. But unfortunately, these same students will have gone to 3, 4 universities to do post-UTME, and they come. And then
but the other view from some of the parents, Prof, is that if their wards chose University of Nigeria or University of Lagos, federal institutions, and then they find out that JAMB redistributes them to private universities, they say, look, Is JAMB going to pay the school fees? Because some of those run into millions. How will they survive? They say they can't handle that.
Okay, but do you know that annually, these same parents come to us saying that since our students cannot get admission into federal institutions, we are ready for private institutions.
That's a choice, not compulsion.
Yes, I know. But now we are saying, since that is the trend, let us do it for them without further delay. Do you understand me? Can you? Look, I'm telling you, I have the data of when some
I'm not correlating with the data, Prof. What they say, because what you've done while trying to help is that you've also brought in a lot of people who say, look, I didn't need this help because I can handle it.
You don't need what?
If you send them to private schools where they pay 2 million, for instance.
Oh, no.
How will they pay?
It's not a must. It's not a must. Even when they were not admitted last year, that over 100,000 candidates were wasted in a particular university. They didn't have somewhere else to go. But is that right? Is that what we want to do?
Let me understand you, Prof. Are you saying that
other students in some other institutions?
Pardon me to button, Prof. Are you saying that if JAMB redistributes a candidate to a private university, they have a choice not to go?
They have a choice not to go. They have a choice even not to go to a federal university. Now we are pushing some candidates to Federal University of Abeokuta. We are pushing some to Federal University of Oye, Ekiti.
Are you also pushing some to private universities, Prof?
Excuse me?
Are you pushing some of these potential students to private universities?
Yes. If they want to do it, let them go. If they don't want to do it,
they were not asked if they want to go to private universities. Just push them there.
Oh yeah, because they asked for going to Federal University of Oye, Federal University of Abeokuta.
There's a question.
If they have the means of doing it, let them go. If they don't have, let them stay at home. But we will have done our own part of the agreement. We will have done our own part of helping the candidates to be able to get admission into federal.
What criteria is JAMB using for allowing the students, besides the 200, because there are some who have scored over 200. I mean, the guest we had yesterday talked about the fact that a student that had about 240, something about 250, is not getting an option into Unilag. But someone who had 210 is eligible to write the UTME exam. So why?
I've told you there are criteria given to us, even by government, 45% merit, 35% catchment, and 20% educationally less developed. This is the procedure. So instead of, if for example, if they need 100 candidates for law, all right, then we are saying instead of giving any university 100, give them 200 candidates and let them consider the 200, all right, for law. But of course, we know that they cannot take the 200. But these law courses are related to some art subjects. If they cannot take them in law and they scored 250, 260, that is happy now, put them in art subjects where they can be considered for admission. But of course, you know that they will even consider their SSC result before they can be given admission finally. If they don't have the prerequisite, they will not register them. If you want to study engineering and you have the prerequisite, fine. But if you don't have it, even if you score 300, you will not be able to get admission into any Nigerian university. University of Lagos in particular, I want to say, has a standard. You cannot go below their standard. We cannot go below the standard of University of Lagos. You cannot reduce the standard of University of Abuja or any university. But we give them their need to make sure that they fill the carrying capacity.